What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. And today I am making an intro to a video I was supposed to make yesterday but didn't really have the time or the ability to due to the circumstances. But I finally got to go off-roading with Cheap Jeep here, and this is the first time we have went off-roading since we have gotten the front Aussie locker, the automatic locker, installed in this thing. And oh my goodness, what a absolute beast this thing was out on the trails. Now, my plan was to show up to the off-road park, Tuttle Creek Off-Road Park, north of Manhattan, make my normal intro, show the rigs that we are, lined up with, and go out and film like I normally would. But our group on yesterday's trip ended up being a lot larger than normal. Normally we have 3 vehicles with us, 4 vehicles with us at max. We had 8 vehicles, and at one point 9 vehicles in the group. The only issue with filming is I was, or happened to end up being, the lead vehicle. I was kind of leading the train, being one of the more senior folks, I guess, or the more seasoned person out on Tuttle Creek's trails. Had a good buddy riding with me, Jesse. So we were kind of leading the train of about 8 Jeeps, and not all of them were Jeeps, but yeah, so there wasn't really any, jumping out to film after each obstacle because I needed to continue to move and be planning our route ahead. So it was very much not conductive for YouTube, but Jesse was able to jump out intermittently as he was spotting drivers and he was able to throw his phone up and at least get some footage. So I still need to get over to his house, try and get all of the footage off of his phone, and then I think once I'm done talking, I'm just gonna throw all of that footage in at the end. So it'll just be an absolute hodgepodge of just random clips of all the vehicles going up and down obstacles. So it'll be kind of weird. Maybe I'll do a little bit of voiceover, but back to the locker. Oh my goodness. This Jeep originally was a open differential Jeep without the Verilok axles, and it did as you would expect a open differential Jeep to do. Yeah, you'd kind of flounder, but you could kind of push through things and get to where you needed to go. I eventually Verilok axle swapped this thing from a set of junkyard axles. I swapped the carriers and the axle shaft. So this thing had Verilok, and boom, we were off to the races. It worked very, very good compared to open differentials. A long while back, I finally decided it was time to add a automatic or a mechanical locker to the front axle of this thing. What we found out is the front Dana 30 Verilok has such small clutches, and due to the fact these things are high mileage, tired old things at this point, that front locker or the front Verilok limited slip does very, very little when you're actually off-road on larger tires. We have found the rear does still seem to be a very good option, and it works and locks up after about a half wheel spin. It locks up, applies the clutches, and boom, you're going. But when we pull up to rock ledges and try to climb them, you'd very quickly find the tire touching the rock ledge, not spinning, the opposing tire spinning, and both rear tires spinning, and you going nowhere. Yesterday with the Aussie locker, oh my gosh, this thing was an absolute unstoppable thing on the rocks. You would pull up to a ledge, give it a little bit more throttle, it would pull itself up on, and you were just moving. I never once was hung up, stopped, where I couldn't progress. It was an absolute game changer with this thing. So pending you have a select track transfer case, which this Jeep has been swapped to, man, in the WJ world, if you're fine with the little bit of clicking on the street in 2-wheel drive with a automatic locker, I think that is probably the ideal setup. Verilok swap the rear out of the salvage yard, and Aussie locker or lunchbox locker the front Dana 30, and this thing is going a lot of places really, really well. So I'm extremely happy with how it did. Of course, WJs could always use larger tires, but they just don't fit tires. This thing has a 4-inch lift with 32-inch tall tires. Even with bump stops, it's still just trying to tear itself apart by rubbing fenders and everything else. But it did really, really well. Really, really well. Aussie locker characteristics driving on the trail. Yes, steering's pretty darn heavy because in 4-wheel drive, you've got that front diff lock. There's a lot of clicking and popping and banging. It doesn't sound very nice. But if you know that it's that locker up there loading and unloading, then you kind of, it's part of the game with a automatic or lunchbox style locker. But yes, I was able to make all the turns on the trails. Again, steering very heavy. When you would release the steering wheel, it would very quickly return to center, but it didn't really do anything bad. Again, other than sounding like you've got a very broken Jeep as it's clicking and popping when you would kind of unload tires, but I never had it not work. It always was locked when it needed to be, and it always drove forward, and it did so darn well. So like I said, I will probably just throw a whole bunch of random clips here. At the end, we had another WJ with us. Not Jesse's WJ, but a very similar silver WJ. We had a Bronco out with us, a very built Gladiator on 37s with re-geared 513 axles, another buddy with a new to him, I believe 2015 Rubicon Hard Rock, stock height, stock wheels and tires. Goodness gracious, we just had a lot. It had a XJ out there with lift tires, rear locker. So yeah, we had a lot of vehicles. Oh, and we had a 550 horsepower turbo Porsche Cayenne with a 4-inch lift and all terrains that you will hopefully get to see in these video clips. Now, one thing I do kind of have a front view video of is something that was kind of a bit hairy with the cheap Jeep here. I took a turn. Being the lead vehicle, you are typically getting out, running down a trail, at least taking a quick look to see if it's something doable for the group, and then getting back in and proceeding down the trail or taking a different route. Buddy and I got out, looked down this trail, and thought it was something we could do. There was a little bit of a rock ledge that we could see nearer the end, but again, it was near the end of the day. Everybody kind of has their confidence up, so we started down the trail. When we got to said ledge, it was about a 3-foot rock drop off that did have a little bit of taper to it. Again, in the video, you'll see here, we threw some decent rocks in the lowest portion, and then old Cheap Jeep and I started off the edge on your brakes, just creeping down as you do. But as that suspension dropped in, the back tire picked up. And again, from the rear, it looked a lot more scary, apparently, from this front view that we'll see. And also off-roading videos always look way less dramatic in video than they do in person. In video, they just look like you're driving down a dirt road, and it looks very boring. But about a 45-degree angle that the Jeep is on, and then you are dropping off a 3-foot rock drop here. So as that Jeep dropped itself in, the back tire teetered up and weight transferred up and over and proceeded down. The second I kind of rolled further down, it set its tire back down and then proceeded to the other side to pick its back tire up. Guys that were behind me said that is the closest they've seen something to rolling without it actually going over, and they kind of theorized that if I hadn't had continue rolling after picking up the tire, that the momentum would have just carried the thing over. So we maybe kind of almost put Cheap Jeep on its lid, and that is definitely the closest I've ever been to having this thing over. But pending we got through that fine, everybody in the group went around that obstacle, and then I ended up catching back up with them. But we had a good day. We had no damage other than tree scratches, which is a normal thing out there. at Tuttle Creek, and we were able to drive the Jeep home in one piece. So I'm a bad YouTuber because I wasn't able to film, but I tried to be a good trail guide and not be getting in and out constantly, stopping the group to film. So like I said, we'll throw some video footage here at the end of some of the group running through things. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you were on the fence about off-road performance of an Aussie locker, oh my gosh, just buy one. At least with 32s, they work really, really well. And I wasn't ever that worried about blowing up axles, considering I am relatively light on throttle. So do it if you've been thinking about it, because my goodness, it works really well. All right, guys, keep watching for the actual off-road footage and not footage of me standing here talking in the garage. And again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Can't really see it in the video probably, but this is really steep. Now this is the big ledge I was talking about, coming up here in a little bit. You might want to look at this, Tyler, before you go over it. It's huge.
No way to stack rocks.
It's so steep. You ought to come here and look at it. Yeah. That's a 545. Alright, got a little more, a little more. Alright, now the passenger wheel's starting.
Back into off the ground there?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Now this went a foot off the ground.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't want no one at a time.
You ain't got much to back up. That's about all you got. There you go. Good job.
Little passenger. You have to carry a little momentum. Okay, so stop, back up a foot or so. Okay, and then just kind of bump it, carry a little momentum, and I think it'll walk up.
There you go. Just a small bump will get it up.
It's okay.
That's that skid plate.
Yeah.
Back up.
Did mine look like it was gonna hit, other than the rock?
No, you had, I think, more room.
Oh wow.
Yeah. These Broncos just hang too low. Yeah, there we go.
It's gonna be a hard thing. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Dumb mounts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
so
is.
back just a few inches. Keep going a little bit. All right, probably now, and kind of carry a little momentum, and it should get past it. A little further back, okay? And try it now.
There you go.
Easy peasy.
back a little.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to bump it a little bit, try and back up and get a run. There you go. You can tell Craig to go. Yeah. There you go.
Pretty good. We've used these for years.
If you want to hold the phone, I might go down and see if I can guide him a little better. There you go. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, give it a little. It won't be hard, just a little bump and it should get up. There you go. There you go, walked right up it. There you go. Good job. There you go. Good job.
Maybe I'm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go. Good job. Just a slight amount of speed will get you right up it. Just a slight amount of speed will get you right up it. I don't know. Can you go up the other side? Because the parking lot's up that way. Oh, I don't know.
We are taking easier line. That's fine. I wouldn't. I just. But yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's been a hard left.
Had a big group of spectators gathered around your truck like a middle school fist fight. It was pretty cool.
Hey, for Joe, if you guys wanted to continue past me on the access road up to the parking lot, great. I don't know how much parking's up there. Left from where you are, correct. Once you get to the top of that road, that trail, you'll be on that main access trail because you'll see the fence, that pole fence. That's what the rock rails are for.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't want to bounce. I'll hit the blade. Yep, I got it. Now, if you go straight exactly like you're doing, I think you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bump.
Probably cut it to the right. There you go.
You got 2 feet. There you go, it's going.
Hold.
Yep. There, going down. There you go.
Is the right front against something or did I wait?
Oh, needed to go a little bit to the driver.
A little late for that.
There it goes. Crack that rock apart there too.
Driver. There you go. And then back up. And then turn passenger and pull forward. I think that's better.
Yeah, bump it a little harder and it. Oh no. Yeah, there you go. Go to the passenger side. There, not that much. There you go. Try and take that line. No, yeah, give her some gas. Oh, no. This is probably too heavy.
Jesse said the girls would be heavy.
I did not say that. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good job.
Just the rock rail. All right.
Yeah, you need to back
Back
up a little bit and bump it, and I think you,
Well,
or yeah, stack
me-
a rock. Yeah.
Going back a little bit. Keep going. A little more.
Yeah, there you go. Might need a little more momentum.
Back up again. I'll read.
Yeah. We think it's the axle shafts, the CV shafts.
Right
The
there.
clicking. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Yeah, you'll need to restack one over here. Side with. There. Now you got her.
A little momentum, yeah. Woo!